Hi guys, so like I said before, I'm coming back to make some split pea soup. What I have going on here is a huge stock pot with water boiling. Here I have my ham hocks. I have 2 ham hocks in here. Cooking in the pressure cooker. It's just started. So basically what I use is some Goya cubitos en polvo. This is chicken flavored chicken broth. All right, here we go. Chicken flavored bouillons. There you go in English. And I have some powdered garlic. And today this is what I'm using, some split peas. The brand doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off the camera and I'm just going to put it in my strainer, give it a quick rinse, and I'm going to throw it in here. So while this is cooking and getting tenderized. So I'm just going to open up the bag. I'm going to pop it in here. I just want to make sure that there's no dust or anything in here. I don't know if people normally rinse it out or not, but I do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw these beans in here, these peas. Okay. I'm going to give it a quick stir. Make sure nothing is getting clumpy and whatnot in there. I like to cook my split peas till it falls apart. There are some people who like to leave it where you can actually see some of the peas, but I prefer a creamy consistency. So for this, I'm going to start out with just 2 of the chicken bouillons, only because this is going to have a lot of flavor in there, and I'm going to be putting all that in here. And I don't want it to be too salty because the ham hocks already they've been seasoned. It's like a bacon flavor, smoky bacon flavor. And now I'm just going to add some garlic powder just to taste. All these seasonings you can come back and adjust. I rather put less than too much. So this is where we're at right now. So I'm going to let everything get good and cooked. So when I come back, I'm going to have taken this out of the crock pot. This is not a crock pot, this is a pressure cooker. And I'm going to debone it. I'll show you everything, and then I'll show you how this is coming along. That's it. This is freaking easy cooking. But if you've never made it before, you wouldn't know. Right, guys? So we'll be back in a little while after everything is set. And don't mind the clock here, because I do go off camera and I do a couple steps in between, like the chopping of the meat and I like to clean up in between. So don't look at what time we have here. That's the time I'm starting. But like I said, when I'm off camera, I'll be taking this out after it cooks, chopping it up, cleaning my utensils, and then coming back here. So don't go by that time. Okay, guys, I'll see you in a little while. Okay, guys, so now I'm back. My meat has cooked in here. And now what I'm going to do is show you. I took and deboned it, my ham hock. I threw the bone in here, but I just cut up the meat, as you can see. You get a lot from one. Now this one, I'm throwing in here. And now I have another one that I'm going to show you what it looks like. Now people either like the ham bones or they like ham hocks, any smoky meat. I personally love to have ham hocks in mine. I'm just draining it a little bit here. So this is what we have, a smoked ham hock. Okay, so I cooked this in the pressure cooker. My daughter helped me because hers is the one I use today, and it's digital. So, and in the meanwhile, my beans have been cooking in the pot here. You see how tender this is, right? This is pretty hot, so I'm being careful not to burn myself. And I'm using the dish because I don't want the juices running out onto there. Let me see if I can turn it, because like I said, it's very hot. See how it just comes right off the bone? Now I'm going to take the bone and I'm going to throw it into my soup pot. And then what I like to also do is take the meat off of the skin, because I don't eat any of this stuff. It's just there for flavor in my house. Anybody likes it? I know there's people who love to eat the skin. That's not me. So, look at all this. This is all delicious flavor. No, don't escape. Piece of meat. See how tender that was? So I'll put this into the pot as well. I'm going to give that a little stir. The beans have already disintegrated in there. I will show you what it's looking like in here. See that? See, it's already watery. So all I'm going to do now is just let it cook down and get a little thick. And I'll take this here. And I'm going to just, see how, I can just shred it. See that? So it's gotten a little colder here in New York. Had rain yesterday. I was going to cook this yesterday, but then I had something else for dinner. And today's my father and my brother's birthday, November 13. Woohoo, happy birthday. So I'm bringing some of this to my mom and dad and to my sister, because a lot of my family members, they're not into soup. My son-in-law calls it voodoo food, if you could believe that. He's funny. I ain't having none of that voodoo. Anything liquidy, you can't get him to have it. Look at that. How is that it? I mean, this is the easiest thing you can do. I'm sure there's plenty of other recipes out there with everything in this world. But guess what? This comes out delicious. It only took those few ingredients as you saw in the beginning. And like I said, I'm just going to let that simmer. Cook down. Let this cook down. And that's it. I'll take a little taste on the side. Piping hot. Make sure that I don't need to add anything else to it. Like I said, when you're cooking with liquids, it's best to under season it. You can always come back and add more if you want, but when you have a lot of liquid, it's going to cook down, and you don't want to over season it, because then it's going to be too salty. That is perfection. So I used, pardon me, I used 2 of these envelopes, chicken flavored bouillon from Goya, just 2, and it seasoned it well. And as far as the garlic, I added like a teaspoon and a half of granulated garlic powder. And so far, it's amazing. Oh, before I do forget, let's see, I have to get that out of there. Almost forgot. My goodness. I have to take the juices from the ham hocks and put it in here. All right. That's got to be even better now. So I'm going to have to taste it again for you. Take a little teaspoon of it. Forget about it. Forget about it. That is stupendous. So when this is ready to be plated up, I will show you how it looks. Okay guys, so the soup is done. What I didn't mention before is that when you make this soup don't let it reduce so much, because if you're going to have leftover, it's going to get really thick and you don't want to do that. So I'm going to serve some of it up right now because it is lunchtime. So this is the soup. Look at that. Delicious. And I'm going to have mine with a few crackers on the side. All right. And it's so hot. So I like to just eat the little pieces of the ham hock that I've taken off the bone. I won't eat the other stuff. So like I said, it's just split pea, green split peas. You could use lentils the same way. Chicken flavored bouillon from Goya. Some garlic. And I used the pressure cooker to cook the ham hocks while the water was cooking the beans here. The pressure cooker is good because the ham hocks are hard to cook. I mean, they aren't hard, it just takes longer if you don't use the pressure cooker. So this is what's for lunch today. I hope it's been informative, that you've learned, if not another way of making this soup, which absolutely is delicious. And you try it at home with these simple ingredients and make it for a nice cold rainy or snowy day at home for you and your family. Alright guys, let me take a little sip of it. Here goes nothing. Oh my God. One is not enough. Oh my goodness. I took 3 sips. Dig, it's good. My goodness. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Give it a thumbs up. And let me know if you make this at home. And if you do, let me know what your family thinks. Thank you for watching my video. Share it with your friends and try and make it.